Write this date down somewhere, even if just in your mind, because I am about to say something I do not say lightly. You are going to be happy, genuinely, deeply surprised by how good this feels happy. And I want to start this reading with that declaration before we even get into the details, because Spirit came through today with such clarity and such certainty that I felt it would be a disservice to bury that message under layers of explanation before letting it land. Someone important is coming into your life, not someone passing through, not a fleeting interaction that fades within a week. Someone whose presence is going to matter, whose arrival is going to shift something significant in how your story unfolds from here. Stay with me, because I want to walk you through every piece of what is forming around you right now. Let me describe the energy that arrived the moment I opened this reading for you, because the quality of it told me immediately that this was not an ordinary message. It felt expansive, not tight or anxious or uncertain, the way some readings come through when there is hesitation in the timeline or ambiguity about how things will unfold. This felt open, wide, like a door swinging fully outward rather than cracking slightly. There is a confidence in this energy that I want you to absorb before we even get into specifics, because that confidence is part of the message itself. Spirit is not whispering this to you. Spirit is declaring it. I want to talk about who this person is, because I am being shown distinct characteristics, and I think the more specific I can be, the more useful this reading becomes for you. This is someone who carries themselves with a particular kind of groundedness, not flashy, not someone who needs to announce their presence loudly in a room to be noticed. They have an inner stability that radiates outward, the kind of energy that makes people feel calm and safe almost immediately upon meeting them. I am sensing that when this person enters your life, your nervous system is going to register something different about the way they interact with you compared to others you have encountered recently. There is also a sense of timing involved here that I want to address directly. This person is not someone who has been hovering at the edges of your life for a long while, waiting for the right moment. This is someone whose arrival is connected to a genuine shift, both in your circumstances and in theirs. Two separate paths that have been moving independently are converging, and the convergence point is close. Let me speak to what makes this person significant, because the word important deserves real explanation rather than vague reassurance. This is not someone who simply makes you feel good temporarily. I am seeing someone who is going to challenge you in healthy ways, who is going to ask questions that make you think more deeply about your own life, your own choices, your own direction. This is not someone who simply agrees with everything you say to keep the peace. There is substance here, depth, the kind of presence that adds genuine value rather than simply filling space. I also want to address something about your readiness for this person, because Spirit is being specific about this point. The version of you that exists right now, after everything you have walked through recently, the growth, the disappointments, the quiet internal work you have been doing largely unseen by others, that version of you is exactly who needs to be present for this connection to unfold the way it is meant to. If this person had arrived earlier before you had done this work, the timing would not have aligned the same way. I am being shown something specific about how this connection begins, and I want to walk you through it carefully because the details matter here. This is not going to feel forced or engineered. There is an organic quality to how this person enters your awareness. It may happen through an introduction by someone else, a mutual connection who brings you together almost incidentally. It may happen through a situation you did not specifically plan for, a gathering, an event, a circumstance that places you in proximity to this person without either of you orchestrating it deliberately. What I want you to notice when it happens is a particular feeling of ease, conversations that flow more naturally than usual, a sense of already knowing this person somehow, even in the early stages of getting acquainted. This recognition is part of why this connection is significant. It does not require the typical effort of slowly building comfort over time. There is an immediate sense of familiarity that surprises both of you. Does any part of this feel like it is stirring something in you already, Virgo? Have you had a recent sense that something new is approaching, even if you cannot quite name what it is yet? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear how this energy is resonating with your own experience right now. I want to address what this connection is going to bring into your life specifically, because happiness as a word can feel abstract until it is broken down into actual experience. The first thing I am seeing is a sense of being genuinely understood, not just heard, but understood at a level that feels rare. This person is going to have a capacity to see past whatever surface level presentation you offer to most people, and they are going to connect with the deeper, more complex parts of who you are. For someone as layered and thoughtful as you, Virgo, that kind of understanding is not common, and when it happens, it changes how safe and how seen you feel in your daily life. The second thing I am seeing is laughter, genuine, easy laughter that comes from spending time with someone whose humor matches yours in a way that feels effortless. This might seem like a small detail compared to deeper emotional connection, but I want you to understand how significant shared humor actually is in determining the long-term health and joy of any relationship. This person is going to make your life lighter, even while also adding depth. I want to speak to a third dimension of what this person brings, because Spirit is emphasizing it strongly, and that is stability. I am sensing that recent periods of your life have involved a fair amount of uncertainty, whether that uncertainty has shown up in relationships, work, finances, or simply your sense of direction. This person arrives carrying a quality of consistency that is going to feel almost foreign at first, in the best possible way. Someone who follows through on what they say, someone whose actions match their words. After navigating situations where that consistency was missing, this is going to register as deeply significant to you, even if it takes some time for your guard to fully come down enough to trust it. Inhale with me for a moment, Virgo. I want to talk about the timeline here, because I know that is often one of the first questions people have when they hear a message like this one. I am not going to give you an exact date, because that is not how this energy is presenting itself, and I want to be honest with you rather than manufacture false specificity. What I am seeing is a window, a season rather than a single point in time where this connection becomes active in your life. The energy feels close, not distant, not something you need to wait years for. The groundwork for this is already shifting into place as we speak. What I want you to focus on in the meantime is staying open, not forcing anything, not searching anxiously for signs in every interaction you have, but remaining genuinely present and available in your daily life. This person is going to arrive through ordinary circumstances, And if you are too consumed with searching for them specifically, you may overlook the natural moment when it actually happens. I want to address something about your own role in preparing for this, because Spirit is showing me that there is internal work still unfolding that will continue to support this connection once it begins. Continue doing what you have been doing. The reflection, the boundary setting, the quiet decisions to prioritize your own peace over situations and people who do not deserve your energy. All of this is part of why you are becoming someone ready for a relationship of this caliber. Do not abandon that process simply because good news is on its way. The version of you that continues growing even amid happiness is the version that sustains long-term joy rather than losing it again to old patterns. I also want to speak to something important regarding people who may already be in your life right now, because Spirit wants to make sure you do not misinterpret this reading. This person who is coming may not be someone entirely new to your world. For some of you, this could be someone already present in your circle who is about to step into a different role, someone whose significance has not yet been fully recognized because circumstances were not yet aligned for it. For others, this will truly be a brand new presence entering your life for the first time. I want you to hold both possibilities with openness rather than assuming it must look one specific way. Let me speak to the emotional shift this is going to create in you, because happiness in this context is not simply about external circumstances changing. I am seeing a softening in you, a release of some of the guardedness that recent experiences have understandably built up. This person's presence is going to invite you to trust again, not blindly, but genuinely, because their consistency earns that trust gradually over time rather than demanding it up front. This softening is going to feel like relief, like finally being able to exhale after holding your breath for longer than you realized. I want to close this portion of the reading by speaking directly to the doubt that might be present in you right now, because I know declarations like the one I opened with can sometimes trigger skepticism rather than excitement, especially if you have been disappointed before. That skepticism is valid. I am not asking you to abandon your discernment or to throw caution aside simply because a tarot reading told you something good is coming. What I am asking is that you remain open enough to actually notice it when it arrives, rather than dismissing genuine opportunities because past disappointments have made you cautious about hoping again. There is a difference between healthy discernment and a closed door. I want you operating from the former. As I bring this reading toward its close, I want to leave you with something steady to carry forward. Someone important is coming, and their presence is going to bring you genuine, sustained happiness, not the fleeting kind that fades within weeks, but the kind that settles into your daily life and changes how safe, seen, and joyful you feel moving through your days. This is not wishful thinking. This is what came through clearly and consistently throughout this entire reading. Mark these words. Hold on to them gently, without obsessing over them, and continue living your life with the openness and self-respect you have been cultivating. What is coming is going to meet you exactly where you are, and it is going to be worth every bit of patience this season has required of you. If this reading brought you comfort or excitement today, please share it with a Virgo who needs a reminder that good things are still on their way. And let me know in the comments if you sense who this person might already be, or if this feels like someone entirely new approaching your life. I read every comment, and I carry your energy with genuine care long after this video ends. Until next time, Virgo, someone important is coming. and you are going to be very, very happy.